and welcome to the 62nd edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and I'm coming to you live from another Bruckert location for today's Beer Issues. So today we're going to be having a unique beer from Guinness Brewing, the Guinness Blonde. The Guinness Blonde is what they call an American lager. It's actually brewed in Baltimore. Okay, so they opened up the brewery in Baltimore in August of 2018, and they started producing this beer there. Okay, so this is not from Ireland, which most Guinness is. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this, and we'll talk about the beer. The rating on this beer is 75 out of 100, which makes it just an okay beer, which is odd for Guinness because they make such a delicious, wonderful stout. But I myself think that the rating on this beer should be a little bit higher. I've actually always enjoyed the beer, so I think it's better than okay. But that's the overall ratings that people give it, okay? Now, we're going to smell this first. Okay, so you're definitely going to get, right off the bat, you're going to get like a floral citrus, even a little bit of a hop. Now, they use 3 different kinds of hops when they make this beer, okay? They use the Willamette hops, the citrus hops, and the Mount Hood hops. So you do get some hops into this beer, but it has like a orangey, citrusy smell to it. But it also has a certain sweetness to it. So we're going to go ahead and taste this and see how the taste compares to the smell. So you definitely get the orange. You definitely get the hops, but it's a very light hop. It's not going to be like an IPA type of hop. So it's they balance it very well with the sweetness and the hops to where it's kind of smooth. The beer is very carbonated, and that could be why it doesn't get a little bit higher rating. The carbonation level on the beer is higher than I would think it would be for this style of beer. So I enjoy the beer. So I would give it the higher than the 75 rating. Now, let's talk for a minute about the brewery, the Guinness Brewery. The Guinness Brewery opened up in Dublin, Ireland in 1759, okay? They signed a 9,000-year lease, and it was ridiculous how much they paid for it. I don't remember the exact amount, but this lease, the 9,000-year lease, they paid a pittance of what it turned out to be. So pretty wise move on their part to sign a 9,000 year lease. But anyway, they did not, after they opened up this brewery in 1759, they did not export their first beer to until 1769. So a full 10 years later is when they exported their first beer, and they sent it to England. I think they sent like 6.5 barrels to England, which was their first export or shipment out of there. And obviously, you probably know a little bit about Guinness. It has grown, substantially. So, very good thing. Now, you would think that probably knowing Guinness, that their first beer would have been a stout. Well, it wasn't. It was a lager. They didn't introduce stouts at Guinness until the 1840s. So there's a long gap in there where they were making all kinds of other beers, but didn't really start specializing in the stouts until the 1840s. Now, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends. Make sure they tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends about Beer Issues. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues. But I'm going to throw in an extra little note here. For Valentine's Day, she got some wine, and I'm beginning to believe she may have wine issues.